said that you have a bone to pick with the host now, and since you said, okay, so I disagree completely on this take about promiscuous women turning their life to God and how it's ridiculous that they decide to start waiting until marriage and ask a man to wait, even though they gave that gift to other men, no problem. I find it almost odd to think that someone's self-betterment is in any way ridiculous, unfair seeming, maybe, but ridiculous. Also, what does he suggest for them to continue sleeping around with lots of men? Now that's ridiculous to me. Also, I feel like deciding to wait until marriage, despite your body count, will help weed out men who don't want to be married at all, I believe. Does that accurately state your position? Do you want to add anything else? Or
No, that accurately states it.
Okay,
I feel that, if they're trying to better themselves and live right by God, then there should be nothing wrong with that. And
well, I mean, so my first thing, just to preface this, is that I do think obviously women can change and be redeemed, but men do not need to then disregard their baggage and marry them. And I think these two are compatible, even from a Christian worldview. Like, you can be a Christian and you can believe that she can redeem herself. That doesn't oblige you to have to date her, and you can use her past, even if you're a Christian man, as criteria for disqualifying her from a relationship.
I literally was talking about that with my friend who was supposed to come, and because I brought that up, that's why she did not come, because her and so I came here with two girls. They were best friends. We're all from Dallas, and then the other friend just kept saying, "Oh, he just needs to forgive. Even if he's Christian, he needs to forgive." I'm like, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the body count and him not choosing to be with her because of that number. And she just kept saying, well, they both kept saying, like, oh, it just should be forgiven. I'm like, that's not the point.
That's somebody that's probably has a high body count.
You can still forgive that, but you're not then obligated to
accept it.
to disqualify that criteria from it mattering and whether you decide to date that person or not.
And then she just kept saying, like, that's so bad. Like, why is he a Christian if he's not choosing her, even with that high body?
Well,
and that's why
can you get them on? Can you tell them to just come on? Are they sitting in the car down there or some shit?
No, they're just wandering around. But
tell them that we got time. Tell them to come over here.
It was such a heated conversation because
wait, that's why because one of your friends,
Kelsey,
she got cold feet last night.
Yeah, because I brought up the body count because I told.
Okay, well, so I mean, it'd be good to actually present this argument to her.
Yeah.
But I mean, if men are compelled to forgive women with a high body count and we're obliged to date them, well, then my counter argument would be women are compelled and obliged to date men who are broke, who are short, who are not ambitious, who aren't successful, who are unattractive, who are a myriad of things. So yeah, I mean, do you think one of the girls is like a fitness girl, right?
I think she started building her account primarily in the fitness industry.
So is she obliged to date anyone? Like she has to date somebody, is basically the argument. You have to date somebody.
Can you elaborate? What do you mean? Like, are you saying, like, does she
have to date?
Well, it sounds like, because again, I'm saying that you can be forgiven or redeemed. You can turn your life around, but from a personal preference perspective, both men and women have autonomy, and they can disqualify people for any myriad of reasons for being a partner. You might not like the way they dress, something as arbitrary as that. You might not like that they could have a birthmark here, and that could be justification enough, I think, for anyone. It might be a bit silly, but
I tried to reason with them, and they wouldn't understand.
They should come on the show.
Are they like me watching right now?
I don't know. So I don't have Instagram on my phone. Well, I don't have my personal account. My phone's on my iPad. So is the link on your story? On the whatever account story?
It should be. It should be.
I wish I can try calling them.
Tell them to get on the show. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, the fact that they don't want to talk about it's a real red flag, because if you're confident about something and if you think that you've got the correct worldview, then you should be able to come on and correct that. And